Night 2 of the Republican National Convention and more surprises from President Donald Trump.
Tonight's events included a naturalization ceremony at the White House and a primetime presidential pardon among the convention highlights. Our Pat Kessler has been watching the convention for us. Pat, it looked like a lot of unexpected twists and turns.
Yeah, this has been really interesting the last couple of nights. This is very much like the kind of reality shows that made Donald Trump famous. There was more tradition busting tonight, including an address from First Lady Melania Trump direct from the White House Rose Garden. Here's what made it important. She was saying things that her husband, the President of the United States, has not really said that much. She was expressing empathy for millions of Americans who are struggling to cope with the pandemic, illness, and death.
I know many people are anxious and some feel helpless. I want you to know you're not alone. My husband's administration will not stop fighting until there is an effective treatment or vaccine available to everyone.
The President and First Lady were not the only Trump headliners tonight. There is a family member speaking every night this week. Tonight, the President's adult children, Eric and Tiffany Trump, had starring roles. Closer to home, Republicans featured the Democratic mayor of Eveleth, Minnesota, who said he's voting for Trump.
4 years later, the Iron Range is roaring back to life, and we have one man to thank, President Donald Trump. He made good on his promises by cutting our taxes, rolling back senseless regulations, and delivering trade deals that put America's interests first.
I'm speaking to you from beautiful Jerusalem.
And plenty of legal boundaries stretching, too. The Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, delivering a convention speech from Jerusalem while on a U.S. diplomatic mission. It is rare to see America's top diplomat in this role. Rare and possibly illegal. In fact, House Democrats tonight have launched an investigation into this. But guys, I want to go back to Melania Trump's speech in the Rose Garden. Not only did she talk about the pandemic, but she also talked about slavery and the stain on America over the last several hundred years. She also referred to racial unrest in the country and said we are all one community. These are things we really haven't heard from Donald Trump. And she made an appeal to stop the violence. So another very interesting night from Republicans in their national convention. We have 2 more days to go. We're going to see more surprises, I'm sure.
I think you may be right, Pat. We'll find out tomorrow. Thank you very much.